It's a bear. We are living in bizarro world. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar. We're commercial rare coins and precious metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the live deer field camera up. Got some little fishies roaming around out there. Not as near as much bait out there, but take a look at that water quality. I mean, it's just clear as ice almost out there. It almost looks like ice too. There's some bait. All right, well, what's happening today, man? Market silver took an explosive move upside. Not quite sure why as of yet, but let's take a look at some charts and some other things and look at the daily news and other cool stuff. And where are we here? Let me get out of that screen right there. Move into CCE spot prices. I'm going to do a quick refresh here because I haven't refreshed it in just a little bit. Still sitting above that 24 mark. Let's take a look at gold first here, 1763 to 1785. Nice little bump upwards. Nothing dramatic though, you know, not any place we haven't been here quite a few times in the 1780 range. Again, that psychological number 1800 for some reason. Don't know why, but that's the current barrier right now. Temporary barrier, I should say. Truly temporary. And silver, man, just blasted like 80 cents past that $24 mark. Look at the overnights here, 23.21 being the low to almost upside, almost $1, not too far from being up $1 there, from the low to the high overnight. 24.14 at the high, and currently sitting at $24 even right now. And platinum up as well, and palladium up as well. You know, it's funny, platinum made that move. Platinum was kind of languishing in that mid to high 900s for quite some time. And, you know, as I said, for a little while now, I've noticed that platinum has made moves prior to gold and silver. That's kind of where gold and silver has followed with it. I don't know, you know, if that's just coincidence. Again, a lot of this stuff may be coincidence, but when you look at a market every day like I do, and you're constantly looking at prices all day long, as I've said many times over, it's kind of like watching a kid grow. You notice every little spot, you notice every little issue that pops up because you see it all the time. And platinum for quite some time seems to be leading the way for gold and silver. Again, seems is the key word here. And just take a look at where platinum's up right now. 1037 the low, 1058. The high overnight's currently sitting at 1040. But the trend of platinum has been up overall. And it seems like gold and silver are kind of following that. Mostly silver. It seems, more than gold. And let's talk about ratios too here in a moment. Let's just move into some overnight data. Let me take a look at 24-hour spot prices. The one thing Kitco does right is their graphs. I should say the one thing they do right. I don't even know what they do, actually. They do graphs and stuff. So I do like their graphs. And let's take a look at the when it happened. That's the key thing. Oddly enough, here's all right, there's Sunday's market, Sunday's opening in the evening, kind of sideways, and then as you see the close on Monday. Here's Monday, boom, 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 all night, overnight markets, you know, Hong Kong, the New York Globex market. We won't even talk about that. Hong Kong, London. And then boom, New York, 8:20 is when the New York markets open. So let's take a look. When is that 8:20 mark? Right about here. So this is about when yesterday we started to see silver kind of get monkey hammered a little bit. Kind of did a little sub 23 mark, but gosh, since yesterday, take a look at that. I mean, that's quite a spread. That's like $1. Silver's back to making those crazy moves. And the odd thing is, it's been happening again. All the big movement in silver and gold has been happening at New York in the morning between between 8:20, which I think is the opening, to about 10 a.m. or so. Well, let me see. Where does that kind of spread? Yeah, I'd say to about 10. This has been a pattern I've seen 8, here, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I say about 10 o'clock. Look at that low right before 10 too. An hour in the morning in New York, it's been getting hammered, monkey hammered down, it seems like, and and the price movement up as well has been happening early in the mornings. Typically, it's always been done in the evening, you know, when you see the monkey hammering and the price movements, especially the price movements downward. You usually see, and you'll see that in London markets or the overnight markets, or even worse, New York Globex markets, where the big where the big movements seem to be made sometimes, or where the real smackdowns happen. And those are, I think Globex is a very thinly traded market. I'm not sure. But no less, take a look at the timing of this, and let's look at the gold price as well. About the same time, 8 o'clock yesterday. Oh, geez, where we go? A little refresh screen right there. And look at the price movement, when the price movement happened yesterday. Well, hold on. It actually downward in the evening, not as kind of erratic as gold, but today, yeah, that's quite a jump here. 1775, sitting in that range, about 7. No, it's not quite a jump, actually, a $10 jump. Silver really made the big move. However, you can also see that these move upwards also happened about the same time, 8 to around 8, 10 a.m., right in that range. So whatever movements are happening in precious metals seem to be happening at the New York opening, primarily for both gold and silver, mostly silver today. Let's take a look at macro trend charts real quick here, and precious metals. I've kind of had fun with this. I didn't even know they had this page with all these different charts here. We got into the other day a chart that I've never seen before. I'm sure it's out there, and I never just thought about it, but I just kind of discovered it looking over this site with you, actually, the day before. I think it was on Monday. Look at the correlation between oil prices and gold prices. Gold prices versus oil prices. Historical relationships. Let's look at the last 30 years. Wow, take a look at that. I'm surprised. I always thought that trend, you know, back in the day in the 80s, there seemed to be a direct correlation between the price of oil and the price of gold. And I don't think that trend has really ended. The only price separation we see right here is take a look at the price of gold, $12.73, and look at the price of oil. Back, remember when it was about $100, almost $100 a barrel back in 2014? Look at that price smackdown right there. Trust me, gold and silver markets aren't the only markets that get monkey hammered. And it is odd, though. It seems like that overall, gold and silver do kind of trend upwards together. I don't know what to make of that. Coincidence? Not likely. The similarity between the two markets? I don't know. But that is kind of a very coincidental graph that shows that these two commodities kind of move generally in the same direction. Maybe all commodities are like that. I wonder if we put up all the different type of commodities or major commodities, if we'd see a similar line with gold and silver, or gold and oil and gold and other products out there, metals, copper, you name it. Copper's doing pretty well too, from what I hear. Well, let's just kind of quickly look at news. I want to show you a real comparison of why I'm really not a fan of corporate narrative news, because, you know, as I've always said, it's just a single narrative they paint. Wall Street Journal, I used to be a subscriber to this. I for like 10 years or 12 years, I forget. I was a subscriber for a long time. I just get sick. You know, they blow rosy news up our asses. I mean, that's kind of the feeling I got. Same thing with CNN and the other stations. Take a look at the headlines. Xi, you know, the president of China, you know, the communist guy, faces resistance to property tax plan to come. Look, how nice. That's a really nice article about how he's facing resistance, okay? Is Brexit hurting the UK economy? Look at that, it hurting the UK economy. Really just the same old official corporate government narrative that you read on the Wall Street Journal. No different than CNN and probably Fox as well. This is why I like, do you see any titles on Wall Street Journal, CNN, Fox, or any of them really, any of the corporate media narratives? Do you see any titles like this? Deregulation of consenting adults, the Hume Rousseau affair, lingering effects from COVID and the Hurricane Ida hurt industrial output in September, the root of least resistance. I mean, look at these articles. I mean, it requires more than a third grade education to kind of get, you know, read this stuff. Maybe that's why the Wall Street Journal, CNN, and Fox write the kind of stuff they do. 30-second sound bites, looks good, and it gets the narrative across real quick. But you want to read heavy stuff that really has a lot to do with real economies and real politics and stuff. Get away from corporate media, that's for sure. Let's take a look at ZH and see what's going on, and here's why. Are you going to read this on the New York Times or Wall Street Journal? I don't think so. In fact, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find this anywhere. Bitcoin nears record high as first U.S. ETF starts trading. boy, that market's over. That market's done for. Trust me, the whales are in there. They're going to manipulate the shit out of it. Probably once it gets regulated as well, end up just a glorified money market account, in my opinion. But we'll see. Again, what is Bitcoin? What is any crypto? It's nothing. It's just it took energy to make it. Obviously, I hear that from people. Well, it takes electricity to make it, man. I don't think that's a positive thing. In fact, I think that's a negative thing. You got to waste electricity to make a nothing, to make a random set of encrypted numbers, a video game credit. You got to waste tons of electricity to do that. That's not a positive. But anyways, I obviously I'm not a big fan of cryptos for many ways, other than I think it's just another casino. And I'm cool with casinos. I'm a capitalist. I think that as long as you know that you're gambling, there's nothing wrong with it. So, and that's how I feel about cryptos as well. Let's move along here. You won't read this kind of stuff. You won't read this kind of stuff either. And actually, there's not much to read here in precious metals as far as ZH, just the same old stuff. That's probably why it just seems quiet in general out there with the markets. I think one of the things I'm going to do is I should read some spread prices on what the best deals are. I got my most recent spreadsheet. You can hear it right there. And let's move out of the news thing. Kind of boring and same old SOS, same old shinola, I guess I should say. Seeking Alpha, not too many, not a new article in here. I think I read that yesterday and went over that thing. Same thing with gata.org. Not a lot to talk about today. Again, they usually update once or twice a week, but no new articles to read and talk about here. As far as Reddit Wall Street Silver goes, kind of similar post out there. And I like the little rocket ship out here. Society with stocks and bonds and currencies, me stacking gold and silver. No doubt the best memes in the silver business or in the silver industry anywhere come from this group for sure. And as I said, I think it seems like some people are excited about this little bump upwards. I'm not excited about it. I kind of expected. I expected it, you know. I think when you're new to precious metals, when you see down days, you get this kind of thing. Oh no, it's going to go to zero. Trust me, when you're in precious metals, that's one thing you'll never have to worry about, it going to zero. And it'll eventually always revert back to where the high was. It'll always make higher highs and higher lows. That's what gold and silver does. This is why I don't worry about it. However, it's not always done in the time frame you wish it was. I mean, don't we all kind of wish it would double up and triple up and quadruple up real quick? And we knew it. We could sell all our precious metals, buy back in. But if it was that easy, everyone would do it. But the fact is, that's why, you know, that's just the nature of the beast with gold and silver. Is again, you don't ever have to worry about it going bankrupt, ever, ever, ever. When it comes to stocks and bonds and equities and countries and currencies, they all can go bankrupt. You know that as well as I do. Gold and silver, never going to go bankrupt. That's the one thing that you can sleep well knowing. You know, sleep well at night knowing. I'm going to just kind of go over some product prices here, and then we'll get to yesterday's video, which was Ted Butler versus Andrew McGuire. And you know, I was joking around yesterday about my. Let me close this door. Sorry about that. I was joking around yesterday about clickbait memes, and my editor, who does the you know, just does the titles and everything for me at the end of the videos in the beginning, I joking around said, you know, for Ted Butler versus Andrew McGuire. And again, yesterday's video was more about the two different viewpoints of these two different gentlemen who I respect greatly. I said, well, why don't we just put like Godzilla and King Kong up there, you know, in an epic battle? And I looked, it's funny as hell what he did here. So I don't know if you caught it, but I was also kind of grilling people that use clickbait titles, and this is what we did. So let me go over some spreads here. Some things have changed. You know, the 1 ounce generic products had gone up a little bit, and it looks like they backed off somewhat. 90% prices. Do not buy U.S. constitutional silver. 90% silver. It is overpriced. Man, the spreads are really wide, like $4 to $5.50 on the bid and ask side. And what else? Looks like the best deal out there is still 100-ounce bars. You should be able to pick up 100-ounce bars in that spot plus $3 range, maybe a little bit less. 1 ounce bars have come down. No, they're actually about the same. 1 ounce bars and 10 ounce bars, again, generic products, are going to be around spot plus 350, so about 50 cents more than 100-ounce bars. So that's a little better deal, I think. What else? And stay away from Morgan dollars, Peace dollars, those kind of things. The premiums on them are just ridiculous, like 90%. Silver Eagles really haven't got any more reasonable. As much as I love Silver Eagles, they're still overpriced in my opinion. It looks like you're going to be paying around spot plus 775, give or take, depending on who your local dealer is or who you buy online from. And as you know, we advertise to beat APMEX, SD, and JM Bullion here at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We beat their prices on a lot of the products, the good products that we recommend. And we also can give much better advice because we can do personal service. They don't have the ability to do that. So let's move along from there and see what else is. Another great deal out there is I've got a great deal on St. Helena, which is a UK product, Angels I call them, from St. Helene, I think it is, or Helena. I'm not even sure where that is. My geography skills there. But it's got the Queen on one side, and it looks like it's made by the UK. Silver Britannia seem to be a good deal too. It looks like you can get them at spot plus around $4. They are around 50 cents an ounce. Looks like $4. Yeah, 50 cents an ounce cheaper than generics. But you know, for you folks out there that like the coin stuff rather than generic stuff, it's not too far off on the price. Again, same thing with the Angels. And what else is available out there? I see Silver Krugerrands might be available at +4, the same as Britannia. If you can pick them up, I'm not quite sure who has them. I didn't have any in stock myself. But again, the Britannias we have available to us, and I've still got a whole bunch of those Angels, which are very pretty UK products. Gold is... let's take a look at gold here. Gold is... oh, gosh, I got my video playing there. Let me pause that so you don't get too confused. Gold is around... what's the best deal out there? So Gold Eagles, more reasonable than they were when they were at $200 spot plus $200. They're more reasonable in this $122 spot plus 120, right around there. But the best deal out there, it looks like it's still going to be Krugerrands and Maple Leafs if you want to buy coins. They're in roughly that spot plus $90 per ounce area. And what else out there is a good deal? Oh, Britannias. I'm not sure what the availability is on them, but it looks like they're around spot plus 85 if they're available. And what else? Looking down the line here, gold bars. Bars are still by far the cheapest way to buy it. You know, PAMP bars, Valcombi bars. You know, good bars with their cards at man, what is that? 45.90. Spot plus. It looks like spot plus $80. Give me 1 second. Yeah, spot plus $80 for bars, right in that range. So they still are the best deal. But you know, I'm not going to balk too much if my customers want to buy a coin. That's another $10 more. That's not a huge premium over the price of bars. You know, for a while, bars were a great deal at spot plus 80 when everything else was selling at spot plus 120, 150. Gold Eagles were 170. But now that a lot of these coin products have come down a little bit, you know, the premium is not so bad again compared to gold bars. And platinum, God, I don't talk about platinum much out there, but it looks like the best deal out in platinum is still going to be platinum 1 ounce bars and cards. I think I've got those at spot plus $85. The other products are just too expensive. Koalas, the platypuses and the nobles, they're probably, if you can find them, they're probably in the spot plus $105 range, right? You know, 110 maybe in that range. But again, best deal out there seems to be 1 ounce platinum bars. You know, whoever made them, Swiss Credit or Valcombi or whatever, at spot plus $85. Well, let's take a look at yesterday's video. Again, Ted Butler versus Andrew McGuire. Sorry about the clickbait, not the clickbait title, but the clickbait picture that we put on the title. I thought it was pretty cool, though. Thanks, Marcelo. That was kind of neat. And let's go over some questions and thoughts from yesterday's video. I haven't been doing that lately. I've just been caught up in doing so many other things and trying to mix these videos up a little bit, not make them same old. And again, it's hard not to make a video that's not the same old when you're talking about the same old product all the time, gold, silver. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Can you demonstrate you using a monkey hammer? Earl, please, Brian. Like you, an Earl, like a URL to a monkey hammer page. Let me see here if there's a let's see. Here's where I get my monkey hammer Earls from. Ready? I think this. I'm not sure if this is what you're asking for, but I just type in monkey hammer. You can do it on your favorite search engine, and where? Gosh, there's all my monkey hammer. My favorite monkey hammer is gone now. He's not on here anymore. It was the chimp with the big yellow helmet. I think I got him stored on my computer somewhere. But here is all different types of monkey hammer. And here's another one of my favorite, Hammer Time. So I don't know if that's the question you asked, but there you go. There's a monkey hammer Earl, sir. Thanks for watching, Alex. I appreciate it. Hope I didn't. I'm sure I screwed your question up. So Jake says, let's buy some more cowboys. Silver, gold. Yeah, absolutely. Wahoo, Yahoo. Wahoo, that's a fish. Thanks for watching, Jason. Silver, loving Lou, you too. Hey, D-Man, you noticed that too. Thanks. It was kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe we'll start dressing up our titles a little bit more just to be more competitive for clicks. I like to use, I'm hoping that people don't click, well, I shouldn't say that. You want clicks, obviously. Tim Gibson, I'm digging it. Me too, sir. Robert, thanks for watching. Robert, you as well. Let's see, Celeste, interesting Perth Mint claims fully allocated. I saw a couple Aussies. Another Brian and his brother complained about how they lied about 600 amount of people lost their supposed holding because they really were unallocated. Celeste, if you get a chance, find a link to that. Put it in your comments there. I'd like to see that as well. Maybe we can talk about that. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice day. Chris, thank you. Appreciate it. You're making my head swell. So, and that's kind of what it's all about, is teaching other people. You can give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish, he'll eat for life. I like that teach him how to fish attitude here. Plus, it frees up my time. So, once you teach someone how to fish, you don't have to do it for them anymore. Damn it. Thanks for watching, Chris. I appreciate it. Eli says, great vid. By the way, things are premium. The way things are with premiums are due by 10-ounce bars, but my question is about trusted, less expensive generic rounds versus premium recognizable government coins. The difference between here, let's see what else Eli is asking here. And what's your thought on buying generic rounds? I like generic rounds. I'm very price sensitive, for my customers and myself. So if I'm going to buy precious metals, I will. Here is, in a nutshell, I mean, in a paragraph, here is my rule. Rule number 1, buy a recognizable product. And when I say recognizable product, recognizable by the industry at the least premium that you possibly can. Who cares what shape it's in? Who cares what picture's on it? Who cares how pretty it is? Stick with buying recognizable products. Again, not recognizable by your neighbor or your friend, recognizable by the industry dealers like myself. Recognizable products at the least expensive premium you can buy. And that would be my advice. Why pay the premium up front? You're probably never going to get it back. In the unlikely chance you do, it'll be insignificant. So yeah, I like the generic stuff only when it's priced better than the government stuff. But right now, the 50 cents difference between Britannias and the Angels and generic 1-ounce rounds is not huge unless you're buying a large. Well, every 50 cents counts. If you're buying 10 ounces, that's $5 actually. So let me backtrack and say, yeah, I'd prefer to see people buying the stuff that's 50 cents an ounce cheaper when it's available. 10 ounces, that's $5. That makes a difference. That's a happy meal. So, hey, thanks for watching, you. I appreciate it. RD says, would you like to? Would like to see a deep dive into safes. I did I did one on safes a while back ago. If you take a look through my 300, 400 videos, I don't even know how many I've done now. But maybe sometime we'll do another one here. There's lots of content that I think I can recover. Thanks for watching, RD. Inspector Jason, thank you for watching as well. Gold and silver getting monkey hammered lately. Not today. It looks like it's up today. But as I said, anyone notice this strange? It's been happening at the opening of New York. The first hour every morning is when we're seeing the monkey hammering, and then we're seeing the price go up as well. Just an odd, well, I don't know, coincidence? Probably not. Maybe. Hey, thanks for watching, folks. I really appreciate it. This is Brian Kuzmar for our daily update at Commercial Ware Coins and Precious Metals. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811. If you live locally, happy to help you with any questions or any deals that you want to do. Hey, thanks again for watching. Talk tomorrow, and have yourself a great day. Bye now.